going to be another scorcher today as large parts of the country remain in the grips of what is a massive heat wave at the moment. The extremely hot weather is expected to last until this coming Sunday. At least temperatures expected in some areas to be above 40 degrees. Now, for more on this, I'm joined in studio by Johannesburg Emergency Services spokesperson Synoch Matobako, who's with us. And Synoch, you were telling me just before you went to air, bad news, I'm afraid, for one of your fire stations. We'll talk the heat wave in a moment. Just tell me what happened.
Yeah, well, just as I was driving to the studio, I just received a call at the Rosebank Fire Station. There's a car that just parked on the entrance of the fire station. Two thugs with pallet gloves jumped out of the car, got into the watchroom, found the firefighters there, pointed the firearm at them and said they should lie down and start going through their pockets, taking their wallets, taking their cell phone. They also took the radio and they went into the back of the fire station because we've got office block at the back of the fire station. They found a lady there with the bag and the laptop bag, tried to grab it, but she resisted and they only took one earring from her.
I hope there's no injuries as well.
You know, the fact that there's no injuries doesn't make it right. I mean, really, you know, firefighters are there to assist, you know, community, and if now they've been targeted because they don't carry guns, they cannot defend themselves, it really becomes terrible. And then how do we then go out and trust the community and to be able to help them?
Well, that unfortunately was what happened just a few minutes ago. We are going to try and get hold of the SAPS, I think, to try and see how they're handling this case. I really am grateful everyone's okay at the fire station. Synoch, while this is ongoing, of course, we've got this heat wave, which your division and your members are trying to deal with. So the reason we brought you in to talk to us, this heat wave, how serious is it as far as Gauteng is concerned, and are you getting many calls regarding heat stroke?
At the present moment, fortunately, we haven't had anything serious, but we know as it progresses, we will be having problems in terms of that, and we appreciate the fact that, you know, we've been given the opportunity just to make the community aware of the risk. And one of the biggest risks that we know that is very dangerous that we have seen through the heat waves that we have had before is the fact that people will leave the little ones, if they go for shopping, inside their cars alone and then lock the car, and that's very dangerous. It's a no-no. If you leave the car, make sure that no one is in the car. You know, we're not talking about children, we talk about older people who cannot walk, and then we also talk about disabled people that are still, you know, who cannot walk or move out of the car. So whoever that is driving, that is going out to do shopping, not only shopping, even at home, don't let the kids play in the car because the car can lock itself, and then with this heat, they will definitely die inside that car. And also, you know, going out in the sun, we advise people not to go out when it's too hot, around 10 until 4 or 5. They should just stay at home. But if they, you know, push to go out, they should have a sunscreen just to protect their skin, and then also to wear a cap, you know, with the small boys, and then also for the eyes, also to protect the eyes, you can wear, you know, your sunglasses, and then also wear a sun hat.
Well, it's true, because yesterday I was reporting live from Zoo Lake, just down the road from where we broadcast from, and it was 5:30 in the afternoon. It was 36 degrees standing in that sun. One of the biggest concerns with regards to not just what you mentioned about leaving people and little ones in cars, obviously you don't do that, is the heat stroke issue. But many people get themselves into a panic thinking that when they've got a headache during a heat wave, it's heat stroke, which is not always true. What are the symptoms of actual heat stroke where someone should start becoming concerned?
You know, you will hear a pain, you know, where you have a heat stroke, your skin will be itching, and you'll start, you know, trying to scratch that. And it's very important when you start having that and then the pain doesn't go away, then it's a cause for concern. You rather consult with the doctor so that they can actually ascertain if whether it's just an itching or it's a heat stroke. But what is also critical is for people to drink a lot of water. As you know, the heat progresses, you getting sweating and perspiring. You need to replace that fluid that you're losing from your body so that you avoid that. And then also you've got athletes that are also running. They should take precautions, and if you normally exercise during the day, try to change, you know, the time, and then just exercise when it's a bit cooler for you to be safe.
Yeah, take a torch with you, go running at night, I think, for the next few days as well. And this is what we're expecting, Synoch, for this heat wave, especially in Gauteng, the northwest, and parts of KZN, northern parts of KZN, to last till Sunday as well. As far as emergency services are concerned in Johannesburg, are you putting more people on high alert because you're concerned there could be more heat stroke issues?
Definitely, we are putting more people on a high alert, and we know during this time when we've got such a heat, you know, especially with the little ones. We will always be called out in terms of them having fits. That it's caused by also dressing kids too much. They need, parents need to tone down on dressing. Have the kids, dressed on lighter clothes. Don't put too much clothes on them. And then if they start, having some fits, the advice is for them to take them into a bath. Don't put any ice, just tap running water just to cool them down. But it's also safe to call the emergency services because you don't know how long that will last, so that to be in the safe side.
That's good advice as well. Don't think that you're a medical expert if you're not. Synoch, thank you very much indeed for coming in, and we are going to try and pick up on that story with the Rosebank fire station, the burglary there. We'll get someone onto that, I'm sure, as well.
Thank you.
That's Gauteng emergency spokesperson Synoch Matobako joining us for more on what's happening with the heatwave, and of course that news that one of the fire stations has been burgled. We'll try and bring you more information on that a little bit.
Know more about your world. eNCA.com